Right, this is going to be a whole different podcast now.
Did I not tell you that?
You didn't
I've
tell
known
me
you that
that.
long and I've never
You've
told you
never
that.
told me that.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Go and Row Club. I just want to welcome Samantha Beddoe.
Oh, this is so weird.
I know, yeah. So, yeah, basically, for those of you who don't know, Sam is my business partner in It's All Made Up Productions. And thought we'd just get Sam on because you're going to basically take over
Yeah, give it a go.
in interviewing people.
I mean, I'm outraged it took you this long to have me on, to be honest.
Well, you're always there in the background and, you know, constantly telling me how to do things, how I should be doing things. So I thought, you just get you on. You just do it yourself.
Yeah, because we both, although we work together, we do very different things. So
Yeah.
I thought it'd be nice for me to speak to some interesting people that I come across that you don't necessarily speak to. So
Yeah. And the idea was always to, like, you know, obviously have like actors on and, you know, people in front of the camera, but also like, you know, costume designers and casting directors and agents and people like that, you know what I mean?
Commissioners,
Yeah,
like
but
loads.
coming from a perspective of, you know, from your perspective of as a producer.
Yeah, that's the plan.
So you're going to be the one interviewing.
Not going to shut me up.
I know, yeah, I know. Tell me about welcome to my world. We probably phone each other, 10 times a day.
And we don't run out of things to talk about.
No.
But this is going to be the time where we're going to be stumped, isn't
I know,
it?
yeah,
That's why
but-
we've got some questions here
I know,
to help us.
And then we'll do some together down the line.
Yeah, that'll be really nice. Yeah, like, you know, we've got upcoming projects.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get some of our collaborators in if they're not too stressed.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is, you know, we're going to New York to do this show, and you know, we want to be able to take it like across the pond as well and interview people over there. So
definitely people that we know there, people we're working with.
Yeah.
People that we make come and talk to us because we won't take no for an answer.
Exactly. But go on then, start interviewing.
Okay, Phil. Thanks for coming on. Nice to have you.
Oh, nice to be here, Sam.
So, how did this all start? Directing? Tell us all about it.
It all started when I was about 15. I wanted to be an actor, and I asked someone what I need to do to become an actor and to get into the industry, and they said you need to go to drama school for at least 3 or 4 years, and I was like,
Swear that.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I sort of found my own way, and I was like, you know, I looked in the Yellow Pages,
Old school.
to see if there was any agents. I knew I had to get an agent.
Yeah.
There was an agency that had just set up. Basically, Margie Clark. Do you remember Margie Clark?
Yeah.
It was her and her brother Frank had set this agency up in Liverpool, and I went and joined. And then there was another agent that was working with them called Kathy Toner. And then I think there was something went on within them.
Did she just sign you? You didn't
She just signed me, yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, no, I did this.
You had to audition. And
No, I
stuff.
did this, like, I used to go out with this girl when I was in school. She was in a different school, but she was in this like a cabaret group, and they used to go around the pubs and it was her and a brother and a mum and dad used to just do this like thing
on traps.
Basically, yeah. And I just used to follow them around and go with them. And then one time they did this. They were putting on this operetta, Trial by Jury, and it was at the St George's Hall in Liverpool. And they asked me if I'd be in it. So I had a little part in it. And I think Margie came to watch it and then was like, you know, chatting to a few of us afterwards, going, I've set this agency up, blah, blah, blah. So I was already kind of looking. And then that came about. And so I went and joined them, and then they split off. So Kathy set up her own thing, Toner Casting, it was called, Kathy Toner. I joined her and then, you know, got a few auditions and stuff like that. Audition for Brookie.
Of course you did.
Yeah. Audition for Brookside, audition for...
You didn't get it?
No, I didn't get it, no.
What part did you go for?
It was only like a small part, one of Tin Head's mates it was.
Okay.
And actually, Phil Olivier was a good mate of mine at the time. Still didn't get the part. But anyway, then auditioned for this film called Big Cat, which was on BBC. And it was David Morrissey, Amanda Root, and a few other amazing actors that I can't remember the names. And I was cast to play David Morrissey in some flashbacks as a 15-year-old kid. And then the same casting director was casting for Dream Team. And so I auditioned for that. I had 5 auditions, got the part in that. And then just continued to work, really. But like throughout the whole time I was there, I was just, you know, you get some actors who come in, they go, where do you want me? Yeah. They do the thing, and then they go and that's their day done, sort of thing. with me, I was so interested in how it all worked and what was going on behind the scenes and what's the gaffer's job, what were the lighting guys doing?
What do all these people do?
What do they all do? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to just stay behind and watch and stuff like that. But like, I didn't really think because I want to be a director one day, because that wasn't like even on the cards for me, because I'm just not from that world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And so I just put it off, but I was still like observing from afar and being like, wow, it's amazing. Yeah. And like subconsciously just learning so much. I was acting for quite a bit and doing, I was in lots of things, but then I became very complacent because I was getting the jobs all the time. And I thought, I don't need to.
I need to try.
I don't need to try. Don't need to, I'll audition, but I'll just turn up and I'll get the part.
Yeah.
Because that's how it was been. You know what I mean? I was a little cocky little actually.
And did the universe sort that out for you?
It sorted it right out for me, let me tell you. So then my acting career started to fizzle out and, I became very bitter and really like pissed off with the world and pissed off with the industry because, looking back on it now, I wasn't trying. I wasn't putting the effort in. Didn't deserve it, no. And then I see all my mates getting the part and I'm like, well, fucking shit, why are they getting the part? I'm well better than them. Why didn't I even get on the phone to my agent? Why didn't I get an audition for this? And all this time, I'm not making any money. So then I started working as a chef because my granddad was a chef. And I loved food. He used to like teach me how to make Sunday roasts when I was a kid and all that stuff. It was the one thing that I thought I can get into this because it's creative and I don't know, it was like escapism really, you know what I mean? It's like when you're so
focusing on that
focusing, exactly, yeah. So and I thought it would just be a little bit of a stopgap. So, while I'm doing that, I'm still auditioning and it's going to happen for me soon.
Yeah, because I always get the part.
I always get the part.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And like they'll soon realise, you know what I mean? They'll soon come back.
Fault.
They'll come back around. I wasn't putting any effort in, but like, and I was heavily drinking and partying and, doing all that stuff at the time. So it was like a vicious cycle.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? And then the chefing sort of took off big time and I just loved it. And
you were good at it?
I was, yeah. And I became a head chef after like 10 years. And then I could have opened my own restaurant. There was talk at one point to like get investment to open a place in London and I was going to do it with this other guy. And actually we had a space in Brixton and it fell through at the last minute. And actually, thank God it did because I was still heavily like in that party mode, and it would have been a disaster.
Oh, that would have. It would have killed you, but it could have.
It could have, yeah. It could have. I sort of, I decided I have to get sober, and so I got sober, and I tried to do it for years, and like people would always say to me, "Oh, you need to calm down a bit. You need to sort yourself out," and I'd be like. I will. I know I do, but yeah, and in me back of my mind, I'm going, fuck off.
What do you know?
I haven't got a problem.
You're bored.
I haven't got yeah, exactly. I haven't got a problem. I'm just having a good time, yeah. You know what I mean?
It's not a problem if I like it.
No. yeah. God, but it was a problem.
No,
a big
of course
problem.
It was, yeah.
And so then when I got sober, it was because I wanted to at that time. Like all the times before, it was like, oh no,
they say that though, don't they? Like you've got to be the person who makes the decision.
And even now, like people come to me when they want to, they're looking to try and get sober or whatever, and I'm like, I can give you all the advice in the world, but you've got to want it from in here. You can't stop unless you can't stop for someone else. It's got to be for yourself.
Of course.
So I went to see this guy and sort of did it privately and. And it changed my life. And so then I was sober for a year as an actor. And like, I'm sober now. I'm ready. Where's the jobs? Yeah. Where's the acting job? Where's the auditions?
I'm good now.
Yeah. I'm sweet now. Yeah. Where's the auditions? Still no auditions.
But you hadn't acted for how long at that point?
Well, I'd been still dabbling my toe in, but like, but I hadn't like again.
Properly done it.
No, and I think I burnt a lot of bridges with the casting directors and stuff like that because I would come in and I'd be hungover or I'd be
a bit cocky or
and not prepared. You know what I mean? You've got to be prepared.
Because as a director now,
I see
you'd be fuming, wouldn't you? Well, they don't get the jobs, I guess.
No, and I see it. And so I've been sober a year, and then my mum died very suddenly, which was horrific. And I sort of remember being like at this sort of crossroads, and I remember, and I still get sometimes the urge to pick up a drink or whatever, or just because it does numb stuff.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? For the short period. And I was at this crossroads and I was like, the easy route is to get smashed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just
that's a short-term fix.
Short-term fix, yeah. And I think that's where everyone thought I was going to go.
Yeah.
But actually, I was like, no, fuck it. I'm going to, like, my mum's watching me now. I need to make her proud. And I thought, I've always wanted to have a go at directing, but never, like, thought it was even possible because of the background and, you know, where you're from.
Didn't go to film school.
Didn't go to film school.
Yeah.
And then actually I called a mate of mine when I was like, right, this is what I want to do, because you know what I'm like. As soon as I get something in my head, I've got to do it now.
Yeah.
I think that's helped me in a way, but also sometimes it's
it's a big pain in the arse. I can tell you that. I love it and I hate it.
Yeah. Again, it started with the acting thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and looking back, actually, it's
always been there.
It's always been there. Yeah, like even like with, you know, and I also don't like being told what to do in certain ways. Like my mum used to say to me, right, come in from school, get upstairs, do your own work, it's done, and then you can go and play out. And I'd be like, no. Do my own work when I want to do my own work.
Yeah.
But I'd come in, I'd go upstairs, do my own work.
Yeah, but that was because you wanted to.
Because that's when I want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, I've learned to manage that now a little bit.
Yeah, a bit.
But you know, I was like, I want to be a director, and so Bart, a friend of mine, I called him and I was like, I want to.
You know him from Band of Brothers.
From Band of Brothers, yeah. He also produced Boiling Point with us.
Yeah.
I want to try directing. Can you recommend any good film schools that I should go to? And I was thinking, I was reluctant because I'm like, I don't really want to go to film school, but
if that's
I feel like I have to because, you know, what do I know? But he said, why do you want to go to film school? I was like, so I can, you know, learn how to do it all. He was like, well, haven't you been learning most of your adult life? You've been on sets since you were 15. I was like, yeah. You know what this is. You know how to do that. You know what that is. You know.
And that's what the crew are there for as well.
Exactly. And actually now I understand that everyone's still learning every day. And and you shouldn't stop learning. So I sort of was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll give it. And so I thought I'll give it a go, and then made a short. And then as soon as on
Seconds
Out with Robbie O'Neill, yeah.
And how did you know Robbie?
So Robbie and I were in a show called Little Boy Blue.
Oh yeah.
With Stephen Graham.
Amazing drama.
I was in that. No, I wasn't in it.
I was going to say, I didn't know.
No, my scenes got cut. Most of my scenes
got cut. Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But it's fine.
Sol's film.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's fine.
I was brilliant.
He's all right about it.
I think I was the best thing in it, actually. Yeah, I think I was the best thing in it. But you'll never see it.
Just take your word for that.
You'll never see it. So that's how Robbie and I met. And basically,
I didn't know them.
Yeah, so we were next to each other in our trailers, and we were just like waiting around one day. And he was like, I've written this script, 10 pages. Will you have a little read of it for me to see what you think? I was like, yeah, sound. And I read it. I was like, oh, hell, this is powerful. It's amazing. It's only 10 pages, but it was a beautiful written piece, and you know, about mental health and all that, and you know, suicidal thoughts. It was about this young boxer, and he was going to play it because he was a boxer. And I think a few months passed, and I was like, how are you getting on with that film? And it was when I decided I want to direct. So I thought, let me call Robbie, see how he's getting on with that script, because that would be a perfect one to start with. And so he had a director attached already. He was like, you've never directed, have you? I was like, no, I haven't, but I wanted to give it a go. He's like, yeah, okay. But, you know, long story short.
Which is fair enough.
Oh, totally fair enough. And the same thing happened because I wanted Stephen Graham to be in it, to play the young, to play the trainer. And he was like, why don't you just get this first one out the way and let's see how you get on?
Yeah.
And again, I'm like, fuck's sake, like, what? Are you supposed to be my mate?
Yeah.
But
makes sense.
Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. And I knew that I had to get an agent to be able to get work as a director, because I've been in the industry for so long. So I knew how it kind of worked. And I made that film, and I remember just being on set, being like, yeah, this feels pretty good. This.
Yeah. Did you feel, I know you get imposter syndrome because I know you've spoken about it before, but did you feel a bit like, oh, I know I don't know anything, but I need to be here. This is my job now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, I was lost on the first day.
Yeah.
Because and I've spoken about this before, but like previously I'd come to set as an actor. So you get brought to set.
Yeah.
You just get, you go and sit in that room or whatever, go and, do you like a coffee? Would you like
Molly coddled.
Molly, yeah. And then you get brought to set. There you go. That's where you need to be. And then you leave, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm the director and everyone's looking at me and I've got to answer the questions and all that. And then
you've got to create that environment for the actor to come into.
Yeah. But like, I've never done that before. So then you're like, I remember like, I think we were just having lunch or something and I was, or we were just having a break or setting up the cameras, whatever. I wanted to go and speak to the actors, but I just wanted to just, they were having a laugh and a joke and I came over and I was like, usually I'd be stood with the actors having a laugh and a joke.
Yeah.
And I just went over there and they were like, they all just went quiet and it's like, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them anymore.
Yeah.
And then I went and stood with some of the crew and they were talking like technical jargon and I was like, so I just felt a bit alone and like, so I just sat and just like did some work on the script or whatnot.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Yeah. But it was like, okay. So this is different.
Sad. I'm sitting here with a huge
grin
on
you're
my
not
face.
sad, are you? Fucking buzzing off me, aren't you? As per usual.
I'm trying to be professional.
I know, sorry. Then I was like, this is what I want to do. So then we wrote Boiling Point to short and I haven't stopped.
Yeah.
It's been nuts.
Yeah, and we met not long after the short.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
2019
Boiling Point the short.
So we'd shot it in 2018. So we shot Seconds Out and Boiling Point in 2018. One in the summer, one in December. And then, we met in 2019. And you were on a... How did we meet, Sam?
See that
crossover?
Thanks.
See that?
God,
Whoa.
It's like you've done this before.
How did we meet, Sam?
We were introduced in 2019. I was doing women film TV. Yeah. I was working in production finance. I'd done that for like 15 years, nearly 15 years maybe. And I was wanting to make a move into producing, but didn't quite know how to do it. And I was a bit stuck. So I was like, I didn't know where to turn. I found Women in Film. And they were doing this and it was kind of just like right time. And they were doing a mentoring scheme about middle career women, like wanting to, you had to have done what you'd done for a while.
Oh, I see.
And wanted to make a step somewhere else, either up, whatever.
Right.
Wanted to make a bit of a change. And I was like, well, I don't know what else to do because I'm a production accountant controller. Like nobody's going to just...
And how long had you done that for?
I'd worked in the accounts department since 2008. So
for those who don't know, she means a financial controller.
Oh, financial
meaning
controller.
She's in charge of all the money.
The money. They put a Scouser in charge of the money, guys.
We're allowed to say that.
That joke has been made to me on many occasions.
Yeah.
And payroll might have been slow that week when that joke was made. But so I'd worked in the accounts department since 2008, and this is obviously 2019. So it was 11 years, sorry. And I'd started off an assistant because I was way back before I moved. I worked for an oil company in Kirby on the industrial estate. That's where I started.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Didn't you see?
No, I didn't know that.
There we go. We're learning new things, guys.
Yeah.
So I worked there for a couple of years and it was just boring. And I was like, this can't be my life. And I'll tell you how I got into the industry was that we had a production coordinator one day temping as our receptionist at the oil company. Her name's Anna. She's Liam Neeson's PA now.
No way.
Yeah, mad. And she was an assistant on 50 First Date.
I love that film.
It's a great film.
Yeah.
And I'm just, as you've noticed, I'm a nosy cow. So when she was like, new person at reception, tell me everything about yourself. And she was telling me about her job and I was like, God.
Did you not know about the film industry or anything like that?
Well, just what we watched on telly.
Didn't
watch the credits, didn't really understand any of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, tell me everything about yourself because you're the most exciting thing here right now.
Yeah.
And she was telling me about her job and I was like, God, I would love a job that like I skipped into every day. And she was like, well, we have accountants. And I was obviously in the accounts department then. She went, why don't you be an accountant in telly? And I was like, what are you talking about, you mad woman?
Yeah.
Like, that's not a thing. She went, it absolutely is. She told me about the Knowledge website, which is a crew directory. She went, go on the accountants page and email all these accountants and tell them you want to be their assistant. I was like, will that work? And she went, absolutely. And she went, no, I know this one. Tell them you know me.
No way.
And 6 months later, I got my first job.
No way.
And I never stopped working since. I mean, I had to follow up and be a little bit persistent because it took 6 months. But Charles Bates, who's now a line producer, gave me my first job on a ITV2 drama called Trinity. which had Reggie Yates in it. And I was very excited because I used to listen to Radio 1 every Sunday when he was with Fern Cotton.
Starstruck.
And I was like, oh my God, he just asked me who the Lou was. Can't believe it.
You're like, I don't know.
I know. I was like, it's my first day too. But that was it. Like I just then emailed out lots of people, and I just always followed up. And like Kelly Phillips, who works now at huge wig at Netflix, I worked with her for a couple of years. She gave me my second job that took me back up to Manchester. And I just travelled all over the world, emailing accountants, and then made my way to accountant and then controller on bigger stuff.
What stuff, Sam?
Atlanta.
What was the last thing you did?
I did The Acolyte for Lucasfilm, which was a big one. I can't say how much the budget was.
Okay. I know how much it was.
It was big.
It was huge.
My team was massive and they were brilliant. But yeah, and it just got to a point where I was like, oh, I don't love this anymore. And I've obviously worked with producers constantly. And I was like, I want to have a creative input because like I'm sitting there telling people how much their thing's going to cost. You know, if we carry on in how we're doing, we're not going to be able to afford this or this. But I was never invited to have any creative input. But I had it. Yeah. There was enough creatives there. They didn't need me. I was like, oh, I want to do this, and how am I going to do it? And at that point, I'm looking up as much as I could on like, you know, directories and Reddit and all that jazz. And then just come up across Women in Film, and it was just the timing was perfect. And I thought, they're not going to give this to me. That's full of, you know, writers, directors, people who've got solid creative background. And I went and had an interview with Tracy Forsyth, who ran it, and I think I was probably a little bit like, look, I know I'm not the usual person who comes to this. And she's like, but you're the reason we do this for people who don't usually, you know, don't usually put themselves forward for it. And I got in, and it was just brilliant. It was just, it gave me the confidence to be like, I'm just as able to do this job as anybody else. I've got different experience, but it's not, it doesn't make it any lesser than somebody who came from a script background or casting or ADing or whatever.
But I always say to everyone, like, about, you know, when we introduce ourselves, it's like, you know, I come from the creative side and you come from the financial side, and actually
it works perfectly.
Us having a company together, it's the perfect thing.
It does, because we just fill in each other's gaps. I'm really trying to get Phil to learn about budgets though, but he's not that bothered.
I have not. I just can't. Like,
whereas I'm like picking your brain about, you know, script stuff.
When I see a budget, which is what usually like 200 pages or something.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of detail. Yeah.
I'm just like, I can't. I just can't.
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, but that's just the way my brain works in numbers. So
I know.
But and then we got introduced by somebody else who was on the scheme at the time, and you were like, I want to set something up because I want to direct. Well, I'm talking for you, but you know, and nobody's giving me jobs, and I was like, well, no one's giving me any jobs. And because I'd spent my whole career sitting next to a line producer, we set up the thing together. I was like, well, I know how to make the thing. Yeah. And you know how to get the script together. It kind of just worked. Yeah. And we've been... And
I think, like, when we met, it was like, you know...
we're both from Liverpool.
Both Scousers. And you just have that instant connection, don't you? Know what I mean?
It's like that unwritten rule. It's like we can't... You just like each other and you support each other. And,
and also, like, we have the similar, you know, style and ideas and you know, sort of creative brain. I think it's going all right so far.
We're doing all right, aren't we?
Yeah. We call each other up every day and we're like, what's going on, man?
We're trying to think of a new word for mad.
or exciting.
Yeah, exciting and mad. We've got to find new words. Yeah. But so that's kind of, that's where I started in production finance. And my brain still goes there, and I still love that. You know, I still love that part of what we do as well. Yeah. I loved being able to read the script and go, probably going to cost about this much, knowing how to like make script changes without, you know, affecting the narrative and all that jazz.
And commissioners love that.
Yeah, they do.
And, you know, the streamers love that
Studios
as well.
Love
like the experience that we've had now with Netflixes and all those people who are like, it's a breath of fresh air, I think. You know,
they don't expect it. Yeah. So for all you production accountants out there who want to be a producer, do it.
Do it.
Do it. I'm doing it, and people seem to like it. So it's been good. It's been. I'm glad that that's the route I went through, because it does. Yeah. It is something a bit different than on everybody.
And like does. Sometimes you'll come up with ideas, and it's just like, oh yeah, that's fucking brilliant.
Thanks, mate.
It is though. No, like, I'm being honest. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's shit, but. But aren't they all? We, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we can't always knock it out the park, you know.
No, but we've got a good team now around us.
And we've got a great little team. Should we talk about It's All Made Up then? We have to shout out Sam Frith, who come up with the name, who's our head of production.
Sam Frith. Yeah, she's the legend.
We love her.
Yes, we
do. He's worked on every single TV show known to man.
Ever made.
Yeah. Every time we speak to her or mention a TV, she goes, oh yeah, I did that.
Yeah, It's All Made Up.
It's All Made Up Productions was born out of what?
Well, we set it up because we wanted to.
Nobody would give us jobs, so we had to.
Well, partly that. Like, like when I started directing, I had no desire, I suppose, or even thought for 1 second that I would set something up and be able to do what we're doing. But I just wanted to see how I got on as a director. But I'm so passionate about it, but also passionate about giving other people opportunities as well.
Yeah.
Like,
paying it forward.
Definitely. A lot of people always say to me, like, they assume, I think, that It's All Made Up is just for me and only projects for me.
That big.
My ego is that big that, like, I have to sing the theme tune, write the theme tune.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that is true for some things.
Yeah.
There's stuff on there that I
we've got our little Phil slate and then we've got our little non-Phil slate, yeah.
But, like, the stuff that, we want to make and we want to champion.
Yeah.
New voices and voices that don't, often get that opportunity.
Yeah. And we want to champion Liverpool as well.
Yeah.
Like, even though we both don't live there, and I moved because there was, I got into this industry and there was no jobs in Liverpool at the time.
Same for me. I moved to London when I was like 16 to do Dream Team, and at the time it wasn't, Brookside was there or Hollyoaks or whatever, but now it's
booming. Thanks to like Lynn and everyone at the film office who've wow. They've done
we've got
work.
A great relationship. We've got an office there now, and it's like we want to start making stuff.
Yeah.
In Liverpool with local talent.
Yeah, no, that's it. And I think we got a bit bored of like people making northern things, but we're from the north, and we're bringing in southern actors to do northern accents and all that stuff. It was like we need to, we want to change that, and we also want to see. I know personally, like I want to see our stories represented on TV as well. And I think that's why, we've gone this long without mentioning the A word that is adolescence. I think that's why that did so well, is because it was real life.
Yeah.
It was so real that anybody could see themselves in that position. And I mean, I don't have kids, but I've got nieces and nephews, and I was like, I think everybody could resonate, and that just shows you that they're the type of things that people want to make, and they're the types of things people want to see, and they're the type of things that we want to keep making. So it was kind of born out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, the Going Rogue Club, for example, this is like that whole, like I have a thing where I always do on set, where I give the actors an opportunity to go rogue and just be, have a play and improvise or whatever. But also that's kind of like true to how we are within the company and stuff, and how I was, and how Stephen and all the other producers and everyone else on Adolescence were thinking outside the box, changing the format slightly or making it slightly different. And I think we're in a world now where I think we're able to do that. Do you know what I mean? Not us particularly, but generally people. Yeah. You don't have to follow the format. Yeah. You can think outside the box. You have to
stick out a bit now, otherwise you get lost, don't you?
Like for example, the show that we're about to do, Rabbit, we're going to approach it differently to what you would normally with a TV show. I can't say how we're going to do it, obviously, on here.
But in case we don't pull it off.
In case we don't pull it off, It's just going to be like a normal TV show.
Yeah, just put some cameras on some sticks. It'll be normal.
Yeah. It's also like, it keeps it interesting and fun. And
if you're not learning, then what's the point? Like you said before, like you've got to keep learning and doing something different.
I do not want to get complacent. Honestly, like I feel so incredibly lucky every day to be able to be doing what I'm doing. Yeah. Our company going from strength to strength. Yeah. But also like, being able to give back as well. Yeah. And that sounds really wanky, I think, but that's kind of what I love doing that. You know what I mean? I always have people on set shadowing me as much as I can.
Yeah, because you were in their position at one point, so you know exactly how it feels to be at the start.
Yeah, and it's hard. Yeah. It's really hard, and no one really wants to help you. Do you know what I mean?
Well, people are busy as well.
Well, that's it. Yeah, of course they are.
Lots of, this industry full of really lovely people. Yeah. It's just that everybody's it's hard to get things made now, and
Yeah.
people are hustling and, doing their own stuff. So
Exactly.
I'm the same. Like, if people message me or email me, I'll always like speak to them. I'm always like, what I don't know what help I can give you, but I'll talk to you. Yeah. Obviously, I'll talk to anyone.
But it's interesting, isn't it? Because like I'm the same. I'm like, yeah, of course, but I don't know how I can help you. You know what I mean? Because I'm still like, I'm still flapping away under the
same
thing. But then when you start talking, you're like, oh yeah, I've kind of been in the industry for long enough to. It sort of like feels like second nature. You know, if someone's asked you a question, you're like, yeah, I know the answer to that, but
they don't.
But they don't. Yeah.
And then should we talk about what else we've got going up in Liverpool? We've got our acting workshops.
Got the acting workshop,
which Jay Johnson runs for us.
Which is going from strength to strength.
Doing really, really well.
Like, there is so much talent in Liverpool. So much talent, and I feel like for a long time I felt like they're not getting a look in.
Yeah.
Especially like, shows come down from London or from the US or whatever, like, the Batman film there and stuff like that. And Scousers are not getting a look in my opinion, as much as they should be. Because
definitely,
especially when there's shows being made in Liverpool and it's
about Scousers.
I just feel like, and look, as an actor myself, I've had to do loads of accents, and
of course
I've had to change my accent for things, American or Southern or whatever, and you do it. But I don't know what. It's a
hard accent to do.
It's the hardest accent to do.
But people try it. And look, we know straight away.
Yeah, Scousers are on it.
Yeah.
But but I get it. You know what I mean? It's like, but for
sometimes
us,
it's a commissioning thing.
Of
like
course,
you need to attach a name and all that.
Yeah, of course.
There's a number of reasons it happens, but we want to try and.
But that's the thing. It's like we want to nurture local talent and give them a place. Like, look, we're not teachers. I would never, ever consider myself a teacher. And Jay is the same. He wouldn't consider himself a teacher.
Yeah.
But he's got enough experience, and we, between us, have got enough experience in the industry to be able to mentor these people and almost like give them, you just guide them, really.
Yeah.
There's no wrong way of doing things. You nurture them. There's no, when they're in the sessions, in the classes, again, calling them classes is, I don't think that's the right. It's a workshop, yeah. And they come in, and it's a place where they can feel safe to be able to be vulnerable, and no one's going to judge them, and they can try things out.
Yeah.
And they can go there and do the thing that they want to do, and feel like they're not going to be looked down upon, or you know what I mean? Because being an actor is like so scary.
Yeah, it's so vulnerable.
I don't care how big you are or how confident you are.
Yeah.
You put yourself out there. Even like now with me, like just talking, there's a camera there, right? And I keep looking at it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like, I know it's there.
Yeah.
And there's something about like, regardless of how experienced you are in front of cameras, it's there. You are going to change yourself.
I've been trying to forget that they're there.
Sorry about that, yeah. They're fucking everywhere, Sam.
Don't look at me.
But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that for a regular person who's not in the industry, who's not an actor.
That's hard.
The camera goes on. You hate, I know what you're like. You hate having your pictures taken.
I look like Chandler from Friends as soon as the camera goes on me. I just pull the stupidest, most awful faces.
I know you hate it. You hate it. But, and I do as well, to in a certain degree. It's like, you sort of like, it becomes this, like you stiffen up and so I always like to, even when I'm on set with actors, I like actors to be able to feel like it's just a safe space.
Yeah.
And being able to give the actors that space to come to every week.
Yeah.
And try stuff out.
Yeah. No judgment.
And no judgment, because we're on the same boat, and like giving them that thing to say, we're all in this together type thing. And, and obviously I'm busy and I can't be there every week, but popping in, doing workshops with them and stuff like that. And we get guests coming in.
And we have guests coming in, that's it. Like the other thing we want to do as well, like we know that there are other, when we're not reinventing the wheel here, there are other things that happen in Liverpool that are similar, but we want to try and distinguish ourselves slightly differently because we are currently in it and we're working in it. So we want to be able to get people we know, who we trust, to go in and help the students, and also create some opportunities if we can, for the people who have genuinely got something about them. So
with the guests that we get in, instead of having the usual format for these things, is you get like, I don't know, a casting director will come in, or a producer will come in, or another director will come in. Then the the class or the students are made to perform a scene in front of them and showcase themselves. And then the director or casting director will give them some notes, and then they'll do it again, and then they'll sit down, and then you'll have a little chat afterwards. And it gives them this false, like, I don't know, I've noticed it quite a lot because I've done some workshops in the past, and they come in with feeling, and you can sense that they're like, oh my God, we're meeting this casting director.
This is my
shot to show them what I can do. And it's not really, because, you know, so what we've done is the format, it's just scrap the having to do the script and get all nervous. And we do 2 hours or 3 hours sometimes of just a Q&A.
Yours went on for 3 hours.
Mine went on for 3 hours, because I like to
Phil
talk.
loves to talk.
But, you know, giving them the opportunity to ask the questions like they may not usually get to ask.
And no question's a stupid question.
No.
Because if you don't know, you don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Next question. In a parallel universe, what job would you have done, do you reckon?
What, outside the industry?
Yeah. What would you...
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a teacher because I'm quite bossy, aren't I?
When you were in school, you wanted to be the teacher?
I wanted to be the teacher.
That speaks volumes.
But I think now, if I could I don't know. I never really had a backup plan.
No.
So I've never...
Do you know what? I didn't.
This is a question I was going to ask you. Like, what, from directing, if it never worked out, what were you just going to go back to chefing, or did you have a backup plan?
Probably chefing, yeah. Because I spent so long in that world, I think that would be like the most natural thing for me to go back into. But I don't know, actually.
Did I tell you this? I worked on EasyJet for a bit as well.
On Easy...
I was an air hostess for 6 months before I got my first job.
Right, this is going to be a whole different podcast now.
Did I not tell you that?
You didn't tell me
that long, and I've never
You've never told me that?
Yeah. So
I'm still in shock about that. I can't imagine.
I was
in the orange uniform.
Yeah, John Lennon.
No.
But there's 4 people on board.
Yeah.
And the number 2 and number 4 used to do the safety demonstration.
Go on, do it again.
No.
Were you number 2 or 4?
No, I was number 3 who did the money.
Of course.
Did the money for the shop.
But how long did you do it for?
Oh, only like 6 months. It wasn't long because I was like, right, okay, what else would I like to do? This TV thing isn't going to work out. It was a nice idea.
Oh.
And then whilst I was at East, I got an email offering me a job. So I remember I got the email. I had to then book the day off, but I couldn't get the day off. So I changed my shift to an early shift. I did a return flight to Amsterdam, got in my car, drove to London, got changed in my car, and then went to the interview, got the interview, drove home.
Wow.
I was done in.
I'm not surprised. That's blown my mind.
I can't believe I never told you that.
No, you've never told me that. That was an exclusive.
How funny.
What other job would I do? I'd be probably a chef.
Yeah.
When it was like careers day in school.
Yeah.
I remember arguing with the teacher because at the time I was like 15, I think, or 16. And I'd already like wanted to get into acting. And I was like, I want to be an actor, and they're like, no. Okay, well, that's a hobby, but what you want to do is you need a proper job. And I was just there for about an hour, just arguing with them, going, no, if I don't become an actor, then I'll just be a failed actor. Little did I know.
You did both.
Yeah, I did both. I really don't know what else I would do.
I don't. That's why we really got to make this work, because I haven't got a backup plan.
No.
So don't fuck it up, Phil.
Literally every day I'm like, this could end.
Oh, of course,
any minute now.
But I think that's kind of the one thing I love about this is that like a phone call and an email could change anything, but it also could go away in a heartbeat. And I think that's why we work so hard and we don't take it for granted, and we don't waltz around thinking we deserve it. You know, and I think that's
why every day we're like, this is mad. It's so exciting.
Yeah. Right. So what draws you to a project? What makes you go, oh, I've got to make that? Because we get a lot of scripts in. We're very lucky that we've got a really great team around us who bring us some brilliant things. But how do you go, that's one for me?
I think whenever I read a script, I'm still reading it like as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that is, but I just obviously just think...
I read the script as a viewer.
I know, yeah. And I don't know how anyone else reads scripts, but the way I read it is like I visualize it, and I also hear the actors, and you can almost see them, do you know what I mean? And I think if you're taken on a journey, sometimes you read a script and you're reading it, but you're not really like immersed in it. Do you know what I mean? And I think, first of all, if something can do that and transport you for 2 hours or whatever, however long you're reading it for, then that's a first good sign that it's good. if it goes dead quick like that.
Yeah.
And then, but the end, you're like, you have to sit back and go, no.
Yeah.
Which has happened a lot, you know what I mean? But also, you know, there's scripts that you're like, I've never seen this before. Or I immediately like imagine how
you would do
approach it. And if I can get to that point, then I'll definitely sort of consider it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was times when I was starting out as a director, which was not that long ago, but like I read everything and I try to read it as much as I possibly can. But there'd be stuff that you get sent which was mediocre, but you're like, I'm being sent a script.
Yeah, they thought of me for this.
Like, little did I know, it's like, it's not an offer.
Yeah.
It's just like 25 other people have been sent a script as well. Yeah. But like, you know, I'm in the mix.
Nice to be in the mix, yeah.
You're in the mix, but you still got to go and pitch it, your vision for it and stuff. And so, you know, you'd read it and you're going, yeah, it's good. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think I could make this work. Yeah, I'll give it. I'll give it. I'll take the meeting and give it a go. And then you start pitching something that you're not really that passionate about, and it becomes a real struggle, and you get flustered and all that kind of stuff. So I think I immediately know when something is right. I don't know what it is, but
just a good feeling.
It's a good feeling, and you're like I have to do this project. You know what I mean? And then sometimes there's stuff that is literally a sentence someone will say to me, and you go, what do you think about, you know, I don't know, whatever it is, and you'll go, yeah, let's develop that.
Yeah.
And then you start developing it with someone, and you do it that way. So there's loads of different ways, but like when I get sent a script, it has to be, what was I say? It's either
a hell yes,
or
a hell no.
Or a hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you ever said no to something like, I wish I'd have said yes to that now?
Yeah, loads.
Have you?
Yeah. There's a few. No, to be honest, no, I don't regret.
Yeah.
Because I don't, because it's, you know, it wasn't
for you.
For me, it wasn't the right thing for me. And it is stuff that I read and I go, this is fucking brilliant, but I'm not the right person to do it.
Yeah.
And I've now got to the point where I can do that. You know what I mean?
Well, there's a power in no, isn't there? There's a bit of a power in no.
Sometimes it's really hard to say no, but you ultimately have to go, this is going to take me at least a year, maybe longer. You know, if the script's good and it's ready and you can start shooting in a few months' time or whatever, and you start prep, but then, you know, it'll take at least a year.
It's very rare that they're ready. Like
very
that,
rare,
yeah.
But, you know, if you're developing something, it could take years and years, and you've got to be in love with this thing.
Can you keep that passion for that long?
Exactly. Yeah. And there's been stuff that we've developed, and then it's sort of like things change, and, you know.
Projects just get their moments though, don't they? Like we can sit on stuff on the slate for ages, and you're like, God, no one's getting this. And then all of a sudden, that's what everyone's looking for, and you've got it. They're ready to go. It's things like that are heartbreaking because you just.
I know.
Yeah, but that's just the way it is. Isn't it?
The way it is. Yeah.
Is there anybody that you are desperate to work with? Like any?
Loads of people.
Well, come on, they might be listening.
Oh.
Scorsese, Spielberg.
Sean Penn. Spielberg. Oh, I had a.
Oh yeah, Phil's just got back from the Golden Globes. Everybody.
I met Spielberg.
Yeah,
at
that's
the Golden. Not at the. It was at the AFI lunch thing that we had, and oh my God, I'm gonna sound like a now, but I don't care. I basically went over to Steven Spielberg and I was like, "Can I just introduce myself? I'm a huge fan. I mean, I'm sure everyone says that to him because you know." But I introduced myself. I'm Phil Barantini. I'm a director, and he was like, "Adolescence." I was like, "What?" He was like, and to be fair, I did get a message. I got a message from his producing partner from him that he'd written out. Me, Stephen, and Jack got one. Just saying that he'd watched the show and he loved the show.
Yeah.
But you kind of like, did he? Or is it from him? You know, I don't know. I knew it was from him.
You never know. Yeah.
But and he was like, honestly, the passion and the questions, and he goes to me, he's like, obviously not here because it's busy, and you know, he said, but I'd love to take you for a coffee and ask you how you did it. And I'm like, you want to take me for a coffee and ask me how I did adolescent? You're Steven Spielberg. He's like, yeah, because you know, I do one-ers, but we stitch them together, but you didn't do any of that. And I'm like, no, I didn't. No. Honestly, it was
out of body experience.
Really, like, oh God, it was mad. Yeah, But, you know, I'd love to work with Steven Spielberg and, you know, there's so many.
There's a bunch of idols up there, isn't there?
Oh, there's hundreds of them, yeah. I mean, you know, Adam Driver was one of them, and now we're sort of working with him on the show, which is...
That's so, I can't say exciting, but it is. Is there anybody new, like up and coming? Obviously, you were part of the team that helped discover Owen, but is there any... Owen Cooper, by the way. Any other like young filmmakers or actors or any creatives that you're like, oh, they excite me?
Yeah, there's loads. And the thing is, it's like, there is loads that are already doing stuff.
Yeah.
In terms of actors, I love getting new people in that I've never done it before, undiscovered, or people who, you know, are going to drama classes or whatever, or you know, bit of street casting, someone who doesn't...
Shaheen's great at that, isn't she?
Shaheen's incredible. Shaheen Baig is just the best at it. And even like Suzanne Shield, who we're working with now in New York.
Brilliant.
She's amazing as well.
Yeah, she did House of Dynamite for Catherine
Bigelow, yeah. But like, just getting to work with these people is
like, them being on us being on their radar blows my mind.
Yeah, it is a bit nuts. But like, yeah, there's so many incredibly talented people that are, you know, if they were to come to an audition, I'd hope that, you know, we could give them like a startup. And the thing is, well, about like, you know, going back to what we're saying about the classes and stuff, giving people that space to be vulnerable and stuff. That's what I like to do in auditions as well. Yeah. You know, give the actors the chance to just settle in. I know it's incredibly nervous. I know there's like 5 people staring at you, but this is your space. Yeah. You know.
In terms of filmmakers as well, we've got a really brilliant development team that make us look like we have our finger on the pulse. Yeah. Because they know everybody who's new and everyone who's brilliant.
George,
Adam and Harley.
Yeah. The 3 of them are like...
I don't know how they get time to read all of the things they read and watch all of the things they watch, but they do, and... Yeah.
That's all they do.
I know.
That's
you make me feel like I haven't seen anything.
I know, yeah, same.
But yeah, they bring loads of amazing filmmakers to our attention, and then you watch the work and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's what makes me most excited, is finding like new exciting filmmakers, and they want to work with us, and we get to nurture them and be part of their journey.
Perfect example is Jade Franks.
Oh yeah, we love Jade.
Jade is like obviously a fella Scouser.
Yeah.
But like brand new sort of to the industry. Yeah. She's done that play Eat the Rich, but not my mates. And we sort of pitched to do the TV series of it, and because we connected, and you know what I mean,
we got it
with Netflix, and you know, we're just on that journey now. And you're going to chat to her in the series at some point.
Yes. I have another question for you.
Oh God, go on.
What are you most proud of?
Oh, wow. I'm most proud of continuing to push forward, and, you know, not like, because I have a tendency to self-sabotage, and do you know what I mean? And I'm just proud of, you know, looking back, like when my mum passed away and getting to those crossroads. Yeah. I'm proud not to have gone the other way, and still, you know, like literally not every day, but a lot of the times, like, you know, I'm holding back, like, you know, celebration. Oh, let's celebrating this. Yeah. Oh, I can just have a quick, you know, drink or whatever, or you know, I'm sad about this because whatever. But I'm proud that I'm sort of still on that 11 years now, and it's, you know, changed my life, and I think I'm proud of myself for that, but I'm also proud of what we've achieved in such a short space of time. It's not to be taken for granted, because,
oh God, no.
Like, you know, if we sit back and go, like me and you are just constantly driving forward, and if we sit back and go, look where we've come from, and look where we are now in a short space of time. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Got to find a new word.
There's the word, mad. But it is mad.
No, it is, and like incredibly grateful, and, you know, loving every minute of it, and you know, I don't take it for granted, definitely not. But that's the thing that drives it as well.
Yeah, and I'm proud of like what we've set out to do, and we're doing it. Yeah, you know,
that's the other thing we always say: we're doing it.
We're doing it. Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
And I think I wondered if, like, Steven Spielberg
Yeah,
says that.
I'm
sure he probably does.
Yeah, because he's
maybe he doesn't now, but like.
But he doesn't say that again. Steven Spielberg.
No, but like he might be going. Oh my God, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm still doing it.
I made
doing it a long time.
Yeah. What about you? What are you proud of?
I am. This is going to sound a bit soppy.
Go on.
But I'm just proud of like betting on myself.
Yeah.
Because I could have easily just stayed in accounts because that was a really good paying job. I was all, I was all right at it. I was continually getting work. I had my network of people who I worked for quite a lot. And, as much as I wasn't massively passionate about it, I was still doing it and I was still good at it. So like, I'm kind of proud that I took the risk and I bet on myself and I'm still doing that.
Yeah.
Because I know I don't know everything, but I don't profess to.
No.
And I'm, like you say, still learning. And now we've built like a really nice network of people who I can always pick up the phone to and ask it. And I think that's the nice thing as well. Like people want to help you because you don't sit there and think you know everything. Happily go, I've never done this. I say to everybody, you've got to do something for the first time.
Exactly.
At some point. It's not my fault. It's never come my way before. So
I think we're getting better at like, well, I am as well, is in being like, I don't know what that means. Can you explain that to me?
Exactly. Because do you know what? It's quicker.
It is quicker.
It's so much quicker.
And guess what? They'll tell you.
Exactly.
And they won't be like, oh, what do you mean
people
you don't know what that
especially
is?
In our industry, people love to tell you what they know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you pick up the phone to someone who's done it for ages, who is like top of their game? They'll tell you in 2 minutes than to you kick, bollock, scramble and potentially mess it up.
Exactly. And that's the problem with what most people, not most people, but some people do in the industry and in life. Like, you know what I mean? Just ask the questions.
Yeah.
Even me as the director, where everyone's asking me the questions. Yeah. If someone asks me a question about something and I don't know the answer, I'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Should we find out together?
Yeah.
Should we go and
Let's
find
go on
out?
this journey together.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's okay to not know the answers to everything.
Absolutely. But also, if you are winging it and you fuck it up, you'll get found out pretty quick.
Yeah.
That was the one thing about working with numbers. You can't fuck them up.
I've tried. Oh, that's a good question.
Go on.
How do we approach collaborating with each other? We just phone each other 10 times a day.
Yeah, I was going to say, or voice note or text.
I love a voice note.
I know, you've got me onto them now.
I know, yeah.
I hate the sound of my own voice, she says now doing a podcast. But I had to just succumb to the voice note because it's happening.
But let's talk about voice notes a minute because I've started to hate, like, when you're dead busy.
Yeah.
And someone sends a voice note.
And they go, I'm sending you a voice note because I'm busy.
Yeah, but like, it's like 5 minutes long.
That's too long.
And you see a voice and you're like, oh, I've got to listen to that for 5 minutes. And then while you listen, you got to go, I'll respond to that.
You
and then you forget what you're responding to.
Yeah.
So I apologise if my voice notes are
podcast length,
but they usually are. But it's just my train of thought. Like, and also it's quicker for me to do that than to type. But
I always get excited when I get a voice note because I'm like, strap in. This is going to be a good one.
From me.
Yeah.
I know.
But now I think for us, how do we approach collaborating together? Really easy to collaborate with you because I can say anything and it doesn't matter. If I love something and you hate it, you'll just go, that's stupid.
Yeah.
You say the same to me and it doesn't really matter. Like, no idea is a stupid idea. No project's too stupid. There will be times when I love something more than you and vice versa. But I
will usually say, if you're passionate about it, go and do it.
Same, that's it. I mean? It's like, I don't get this, but I can see that you love it.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
And, I know we both said if it's not a hell no, a hell yes, it's a hell no. Just because I don't...
If it's a hell yes for you, doesn't mean it's a hell no for me.
Exactly. So it's actually quite easy. And I think that's why we work well together because we are on the same page.
And I think it's about trust as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? We trust each other and we trust each other's
and that's one
judgments.
thing I've got to say is that you've been great for my confidence and that you trust me. Because obviously I'm not from this world. I know we both say that, but coming from the production office to here is two very different things. So for you to be like, if you love it, let's do it. And I'm like, we're doing this now. We're doing this now. That's really nice to have for you to have that confidence in my judgment, in my opinion, and my taste. And I'm getting better to kind of not wait for your approval and be like, no, I actually feel this is brilliant. You need to take notice of this. And, you know.
Which you do. Like, there'll be times when if I, you know, you send me something or whatever, you go, have a read of this and I'll question it. Be like, yeah, but what about this? What about that? And then if you're like, no, but this and this and this, and I'll be like, okay, cool.
But also, I know that there's times to give something to you. Like, There's also there's projects that you've gone, I'm not quite sure, and I think they're going to come back around. It just wasn't the right time for that project. So yeah. So, have you got any advice for new and or up and coming filmmakers who are trying to make their way?
I would say, you know, believe in yourself. Try not to follow in other people's paths, because if you've got the passion and you've got the ideas and you believe in yourself and back yourself, then just run with it. You know, don't try to follow. Like, look, I say this to actors as well, and you know, social media can be incredibly powerful and it's a really useful tool for our industry, but when it's used in the wrong way and it overtakes, I'm guilty of like doom scrolling and looking at other people's and being like, oh my God, look at their perfect life, or
they're doing that,
their perfect career, you know what I mean? But 9 times out of 10 people are struggling and they're probably looking at, you know, other
someone
people.
else. Yeah.
So I'd say like just try to block out all of that noise and just try and stay focused on your own path and you know, and reach out to reach out to producers, reach out to agents, reach out to everyone. Nobody's not approachable. I've learned that, you know what I mean? Everyone's just human beings and everyone's winging it and everyone's like trying to do their own shit. But, you know, if you just stay in your own lane, you know, no one's going to come to you and bring you stuff. So try and just put yourself out there as much as possible. That's what I would say. Yeah. What about you? What would your advice be?
Just said all the things that I was going to say. No, I think you're right. I think it's like you've got to kind of create your own opportunities. So it's like try and find your people, you know, and I know that's easier for us to say now because we're in a very different position, but, you know, local to you, like, are there any film schools? Like, you know, if you're a producer, try and find a director who's up and coming, who may have done one short, wants to do a short, and try and find your people. But also don't be in a rush to find your people. Like, don't attach yourself to the first person you meet because you might not work well together. And I think, try and surround yourself with a good network. So keep, like you say, emailing people, ask questions. You know, obviously Women in Film is a really good place to start for female filmmakers. And just ask a lot of questions and email a lot of people. People will give you their time if they can, like, and persevere. You know, that first job I got was, I didn't get it off one email. No. It was about 10 follow-ups to the same people. And the people who replied were the people who I followed up with. And eventually, you know, I grind them down. But, you know, at some point the time will be on, you know, ask to shadow, ask if you can do, you know, read some scripts for people, whatever it is that you're, you know, just try and create those opportunities for yourself because people will help if they can. Exactly. Really good point. Like finding your people. Yeah. You will, because like you're really good. You're a good example of that. It's like you know the people that you did your first short with. A lot of them you still work with. Work with them all. Yeah. And it's about creating a family and you know trust. And you'll disagree, but that's healthy. Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? As long as we disagree all the time. Yeah, but that like we didn't fall out over it. No, exactly. But like you know, it's like. But I respect you, you respect me, and we've got that mutual thing where it's like trust. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the key word I think when you're finding your people is trust. Trust, yeah. You know, make sure you've got each other's backs. 100%. Yeah. Right, and then the most important question of the day. Oh God. I know you've been hosting the Going Road Club, but it's mine now. We should have like some sort of baton. I know. I think, you know what I mean? I know, hand me the muff. Yeah. If you want to join the Going Road Club now, yes. I'd love to join the Going Road Club. It's great. Samantha. It's a great club. Right, I need to know the rogue film or TV choice, something you come back to over and over again that people wouldn't expect you to can be a film and a TV.
You know what?
I know, and I've said I'm going to shout him out if he gives such.
No, I know. I'm going to say it.
I'm going to say to people, no cool answers. You can't be like.
No.
Go on.
So The Goonies is my all-time favorite film. It's just, again, growing up in the 80s and just like,
that was everybody's fave, wasn't it?
Yeah, but even like now,
film.
Like watching it now and the nostalgia, I've got like a poster signed by all the cast at home, and
I've also got a script.
You got me the best birthday present.
Team. It wasn't just me.
Well, the team got me the best birthday present, which is a signed copy of the original script, signed by Chris Columbus. Honestly, I still haven't
don't want to touch it,
because it's all wrapped up and sealed. But I do want to open it and read it, you know what I mean?
To wear some special gloves.
I'll have to wear some special gloves. So The Goonies is my favourite film. And I always talk about it. People, I think that, it's like... The Goonies is a serious film. It's not a comedy. It's not a kid's film. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's The Goonies. And then TV...
You can say what you want.
I know because that is it.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Below Deck.
It's a great show.
It's a great show. It has got so much drama.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And so much. Yeah,
I love it.
It's brilliant.
I'm a big fan.
And you know what? It's it just keeps coming. Like, I haven't watched the latest season, but it's
good choice. 2 very good choices.
Yeah.
Very good choices.
Funny story, right? When we were shooting Boiling Point, the TV series. No, it wasn't Boiling Point. It was Malpractice. We had this scene in a. It was supposed to be in a doctor's surgery or psychiatrist's surgery. I can't remember now. Anyway, it was in reception, and one of the receptionists. Everyone was like, we come on set, and Sarah, first AD, was like, "Oh my God, such and such from Below Deck's on set." I was like, what, who, where, what, when?
Shut up.
And she was like, come in to play one of the receptionists as an extra. But we were all like obsessed.
That's so funny.
We were all starstruck. It was a mad day.
Poor Neve.
Yeah. It was a mad day.
That's so funny.
Yeah. What's yours?
You know mine.
Well, yeah, but go on. Tell us.
Okay, so film choice, and I'm not even ashamed to say this because it is the greatest film ever made. Grease 2. And I have to say, Phil got me an amazing present for my 40th. He got me the, and I don't think they make them now, do they? But it was like...
the brochure thing?
Yeah, so it was like the original, because it was 1982, the original like promotional like pamphlet.
Yeah.
Which they don't make anymore. And again, it's in the cellophane.
Have you not opened it?
No, because what if I rip it or do something? Or
yeah, but...
I don't know. I'm too scared to touch it. But it's like out of direct sunlight. And
my God.
Yeah, but love Grease 2. It's got better songs. It's got Michelle Pfeiffer.
Can I just tell you something?
What? You've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
Oh, Phil.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah. I mean... I usually say to people, have a drink, but you don't drink. So
I don't drink.
Okay.
Do you need a drink?
No, but I just associate it with like my best friend and how many times that like we've spent together watching it over the years and all that. So it's a nostalgia thing for me as well.
Have you ever watched it sober?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
I had the original soundtrack on CD. Yeah.
Oh my God. Love it.
And then my TV, there's not one specific, but I am a sucker for rewatching sitcoms I've seen. So Friends, Schitt's Creek, Parks and Recreation, Friday Night Dinner, those kind of things.
Yeah.
And I laugh at the same things over and over again. I'm currently rewatching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia for the 15th time, and I laugh at every single joke. Like I've watched, like it's the first time.
I do that with The Simpsons.
It's a comfort thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
When
I'm Family Guy.
Yeah, when I'm knackered and I don't want to concentrate on something, that's what I'll put on.
So the lesson is, I need to go and watch Grease 2.
You need to go and watch Grease 2. And what do I need to do?
You need to stop watching so much telly and focus on your work. That's what you need to do.
I need to do some podcasts.
You need to get cracking on some bloody podcasts.
Love it.
You got a busy year ahead.
I know, you too. Oh, well, thanks, Phil. Thanks for giving me your podcast.
Yeah, all right. Here you go. Crack on.
Please don't be a stranger.
You got to say thanks for coming on the Going Rogue.
Oh, thanks for coming on the Going Rogue.
Oh, pleasure. Thanks for having me. It's really fun. I really enjoyed it.
You're a really good actor.